Well, hi everyone. I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update. We just had our AGM, and one of the things that I thought would be helpful is to give people a little bit of an update as to where we are with our finances. I'm not going to go into any detail around that, but I thought some people found it helpful when I let people know what our average attendance is, and then our expenses, and divided our expenses by our average attendance. So what that does is when you remove the children from the scenario, it means that it costs us about $64 per week per adult who attends the church. So $64 per week per adult who attends the church. So that's essentially, if we were a non-profit gym and we were just trying to cover our expenses, or a non-profit club, that's essentially what we would have to charge people to be able to attend the non-profit gym. But we are not a non-profit gym, right? We are a church, and so we don't turn anyone away. But it's good for people to know that that's essentially how much it costs us to keep going. We recognize that there are a number of people who are absolutely not able to afford that. It's just not a financial reality for them, especially as inflation hits and their incomes are fixed, or they don't have a big income, or they don't have an income at all. So we want to recognize that, and Jesus was very careful about letting people know about the donation of the widow, the widow's mite, right? That the widow who gave out of her poverty was recognized as, in essence, giving more than the rich Pharisees who were donating a lot to the temple, because she was giving out of what little she had, as opposed to the extra that the wealthy had. So we don't want to diminish or shame anyone for giving little or giving less than that $64 per week. We also recognize that there are many people who've been blessed, and they are very generous with our church, and it's because of them essentially that we are able to function and stay going the way that we are, because we have a few people who in essence cover over what other people aren't able to afford, and so they can pay for more than their own share. So we want to be we are very grateful, and we want to recognize those who are able to give in that way, because that allows us practically, in a very practical way, it allows us to function, it allows us to stay open. So I just wanted to let you know that that's kind of one way to think about our finances, but really what God cares about is a cheerful giver. And God wants us, I think, to give proportionately, that from what we receive from Him in terms of His care for us, His supplying to us the needs of our life, that we give a portion of that to the church, to good things that Christians are doing in the world. So I won't go on much more than that, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update and give you a way to think about our expenses. Right, God bless you all, and thank you very much for your giving.